Very good morning, my dear students. Hope you all well and doing fine. Today we are going to discuss on some of the numericals in which we are converting from analog to discrete time signal and discrete to reconstruct again analog time signal from the samples. So for that, let me take some recall of our previous lectures. In our previous lectures we found one relation, we developed one relation between continuous time signal and in discrete time signal. Continuous time signal having a variable parameter that is t, and in discrete time signal we have one variable parameter that is nt. So how a signal, continuous signal, can be converted into a discrete domain? So for that we are replacing a variable t by nt, where t is a sampling time. So this signal, this equation can be reformed like n by fs, where fs is a sampling frequency in hertz, right? So we know the relation between t and nt. So this formula is helpful to us for converting any continuous time signal into discrete time signal. Let me take a one example for analog to digital conversion. Here we are taking, let we have a one analog signal that is x a of t is equal to 3 cos 200 pi t plus 5 sin 6000 pi t plus 10 cos 12,000 pi t. Right. So we have one analog signal which contains a multiple frequency having a 3 cos of 2000 t, 5 sin of 6000 pi t, and 10 cos of 12,000 pi t. So in our example, let me try to find out what is the Nyquist rate is required for conversion of this signal from analog to discrete. Now let me take a one first example. Let we have a one question, that is what will be the Nyquist rate is required, right, for this signal. So for that, what is the definition? We know to reconstruct the original signal from its sample, we need a twice of fm. So twice of analog frequency fm, that is called fm max, right, greater than or equal to fs. So sampling rate fs is equal greater than or equal to f max analog. This is a sampling theorem that we already learned in our previous lectures. So let me try to find out the frequency. How many frequency component we have? So we know how the signal can be represented. So any signal can be represented a cos of 2 pi ft. F represents the frequency of analog signal. So this signal can be rewrite over here. Let I'm try to write this extreme equation again over here. So 3 cos 2 pi and 2 pi. So I can write it like 1000 t, right? So same form I am writing over here. 2 pi ft, 2 pi ft cos of 2 pi a, 3 cos 2 pi 1000 t. Now f2, second frequency component, that is 5 sin 2 pi 3000 t plus 10 cos 2 pi 1200, so it is 6000 t. So now we got the three frequency component. f1 is equal to 1000, f2 is equal to 3000, and f3 is equal to 6000. So what is our highest frequency component? That is f3. So we have a highest frequency component f max. F max is equal to 3000. So we need a sampling frequency greater than or equal to its highest frequency component, that is 6000. So we need a fs is equal to greater than or equal to, let me just go for the critical sampling. So we are using fs is greater than or equal to twice of f max is equal to 2 into f3, that is 6000. So it is equal to 12,000 hertz. So we already get the value of fs, that is sampling rate is my 6000. So we already find out the wave frequency, that is highest Nyquist rate is required 12,000 hertz. Okay, now another question within a if same one. So now if we can sample this signal with the sampling rate of 12,000 hertz, then we can easily reconstruct the original signal f1, f2, f3 from its sampled version. Now let me take an example. If this signal is sampled at fs is equal to 5000, right, hertz, then what is the discrete time signal obtained from sampling? So now we are converting our analog signal into digital signal, discrete time signal, with the help of fs is equal to 5000 hertz. So we have an analog signal, that is 3 cos 2 pi 1000 t, 5 cos 2 pi 3000 t plus 10 cos 2 pi 6000 t. Now we want to convert this signal f with fs is equal to 5000. So t is equal to n by fs, and that is equal to n by 5000, right? So I am just replacing this t by n by 5000, so we can get a discrete time signal from its analog signal. So now x of n can be written like that. Instead of x of t, now x of t is replaced by n, so now we may get the x of n. So x of n is equal to 3 cos of 2 pi 1000 as it is, and t is equal to n by 5000, right? Okay, get it. Plus 5 sine of 2 pi as it is 3000 t by n by 5000 plus 10 cos 2 pi 6000 n divided by 5000. So what we are getting up finally? So 3 cos 2 pi by 5 n plus 5 sine 6 pi by 5 n plus 10 cos 12 pi by n, right? So if we solve this equation, the equation is just like that. I am just trying to solve it. So 3 cos 2 pi by n as it is 2 pi by 5n plus as it is plus 5 sine 1 minus 2 by 5n plus 10 cos 2 pi 1 plus 1 by 5n. Okay, so finally after solving this equation we may get x of n is equal to 13 cos 2 pi 1 by 5n minus 5 sine 2 pi 2 by 5n. So by this example our one frequency component will be eliminated because 1 cos pi by 5 cos pi by 5 10 plus 13, right? 10 plus 3 13 cos of 1 by 2 pi by 5 2 pi by 5 as it is. So finally we may get a 13 cos of 2 pi by 5n minus sine 4 pi by n. So this is the equation. While we convert this signal analog to discrete, one frequency component will be vanished and we cannot reconstruct the second frequency component. Why? Because here we are taking a sampling rate fs is less than the required sampling frequency fs. What we required sampling rate, that is 12,000 hertz. Instead of 12,000 hertz we take sample 5,000 hertz. So we may get the alias 10 cos of 2 pi 1 plus 5 by n is an aliasing of 3 cos of 2 pi by n. So we may get this equation. So finally we are not extracting the original signal from the its sampled signal, right? Okay, so to required from by this example we learned that if the sampling rate is fs is greater than or equal to fs, then and then we can reconstruct the original signal. Let me take, if the same signal is sampled at fs is equal to 12,000 hertz, then what will be the our analog signal? So xa, instead of xa, xn is equal to 3 cos of 3 cos t is replaced by, now fs is equal to 10,000, so t is equal to n by 12,000, right? So t is replaced by n by 10,000. So what will be our equation? So xn of t, xn is equal to 3 cos 2 pi 1000 as it is, and t is replaced by n by 12,000 plus 5 sine 2 pi 3000 as it is, n by 12,000 plus 10 cos 2 pi 6000 as it is, divided by n by 12,000, right? So finally we may get this equation just like that, 2 by 6, so set it is a 6, right? 1000 cancel, 3 cos pi by 6 n plus 5 sine pi by 2 n plus 10 cos pi n, right? 6 into 12, 12 cancel, so 6 into cos n 5n. So our analog signal is become a cos pi by 6n plus sin pi by 2n and cos n pi by 2n. Now if this signal is cannot be simplified, right? Because all are having a less than quarter pi. or pi by 2. So we cannot, now we cannot convert it into, we cannot get any kind of simplified version of this signal. So now again we reconstruct this signal from analog signal to discrete signal. So n is equal to 12,000 t. So we replace n by 12,000 t. So we may get the equation is equal to 3 cos pi by 6 into 12,000 t plus 5 sin pi by 2 into n is equal to 12,000 t plus 10 cos pi into n is equal to 12,000 t. So finally once again we can get a reconstructed signal x of t is equal to 3 cos 2000, sorry, 6 into 2, yeah, 2006 cos 2 pi 1000 t plus 5 sin 2 pi 6000 3000 t plus 10 cos 2 pi into 6000 t. We reconstructed original signal from our sample signal. So once again it is proved that if the sampling frequency is greater than or equal to highest frequency component in our analog signal can be reconstructed easily from its sample, right? So now you may make a practice. If you found any doubt, let me give by mail or in WhatsApp group. Thank you very much.